What is going on, guys? Welcome to this episode of Odds and Ends. This video is going to be about 2 weeks too late, but it's 2017. I don't know if you guys noticed. And a lot of times this time of year, you get those videos going around like, what are your gaming goals or what are your New Year's gaming resolutions and that kind of stuff. So I thought I'd kind of spearhead that before I got tagged and just go ahead and put this video out there. And, we'll just talk about what's going on with the channel, maybe some updates, gaming goals, that kind of stuff. So first, I just want to thank everybody that subscribed. Last year, we had a really, really huge year. We actually went over 1,000 subscribers for the year. If you remember, we had our 300 subscriber contest last February. So, we're 1,000 subscribers, and that was really awesome. And, the participation that you guys have and the views and all that stuff, I couldn't be more happy with the way the channel was going from that standpoint. Also, last year I was able to network with a bunch of YouTubers, and you guys know who you are. I trade package with you, and I group text with you guys all the time, email back and forth, that kind of thing. So, very appreciative to have you guys, in the network, and we can work together and build each other's channels, and all that kind of stuff that comes along with networking. Getting advice or best deals on trades and things like that. So, we did start to diversify the channel a little bit more in 2017. Like I said, within the odds and ends, we did a lot of different things. We did trade packages, tag videos, console teardowns, just a whole bunch of stuff down there. So I was really happy to get that sort of supplemental part of the channel and videos made where it's just different than pickup videos. But those videos, the odds and end videos, are typically a little bit shorter, so it's a little bit easier digestible content, for you guys to just watch on a lazy Friday or a lazy Saturday afternoon. So in between football games, because you guys know I love football. We got an Elgato game capture card this past year, which was huge because not only does it allow us to live stream games and things like that, but we could also capture gameplay, which makes the videos a little bit better. I've used it a ton for the Shoot 'em Up Showdown that I'm doing with Tight White, Power Player Paul, Long Shot, Blast Mode 7, all them guys that are involved in that. And sort of along with that, we started live streaming this year. We just did a live stream last night that I thought was pretty successful. It was our first attempt at a Google Hangout. It was a little chaotic, but yeah, I think we figured out some bugs and some techniques that maybe we can use as a group to have a better live stream hangout. And I think that's really where the channel's going with live streams, is we're going to do more of the Q&As, the hangout type things, instead of we're going to live stream, Beyond Oasis or something for 4 hours or 5 hours, because it's hard for me to watch the game and play the game and then look over at the comment section and then look back and then respond to somebody and look back to see if they responded back to me. So that's not to say that we won't ever do live streaming of gameplay again, but I think the trend now is to do the Google Hangouts, because I know a lot of guys that were in there last night, like Tight White, Power Player Paul, all those guys. You guys know who you were, but would rather do that, have a hangout and talk than watch me play, Mario Brothers 3 or something like that. And lastly, sort of, I feel like I did more tag videos this year. I don't know if that's a statistical fact or not, but I do feel like I did more tag videos this year, which is really cool. And like I've always said about tag videos, if you're able to do them, do the video. It adds easily digestible content to your channel, gives your subscribers something other than whatever your staple is. Mine is pickups. Gives them something different than pickup videos to watch. And it helps you participate in the community. So there's not really a good reason not to do a tag video. I think in the entire time that I've been tagged, there's only one tag video that I didn't do in 2 years on YouTube. And that was Tight White's Halo challenge. I've never played Halo, so there's no way I'm getting off the first level without dying or anything like that. So, but maybe in the future we'll give it a go, just to, you guys can laugh at me dying or something like that. So, all right, that was just sort of the intro. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for subscribing and stuff like that. Let's get on to some gaming goals. Okay, so here are my gaming goals for 2017. The first is we're going to thin out the herd this year, okay? You guys that collect know how it is, especially when you buy in bulk and buy in lots and garage sale stuff and things like that. It all tends to mount up, pile up, and you really don't need it, or you're not going to play it. So just kind of give you guys a quick example. I've got like 3 or 4 Sega Genesis Model 2s. I don't need 3 or 4 Sega Genesis Model 2s, so like 3 of those are going to go bye-bye. You know, I'd like to have a Model 1, a Model 2, and a Model 3. Perfect, one of each console, but I don't need the extras. I don't need the extra Sony PlayStation 1s, and even with games, you know, I'll give you a quick example right here. This is the crux of my Genesis collection that I'd like to keep. I've got some games boxed away, you know, sports games, stuff like that I'll never play, I'll never keep. I've got a stack of games right here, you know, just common stuff, you know, Tom and Jerry, Desert Demolition, Mickey Mania, Outlander, Roar of the Beast. I will never play these games, so this year I'm definitely going to try and thin out the herd and get rid of some of this stuff and get stuff that I actually want or are actually going to play. The other thing that I'm going to work on thinning out is games that I have on multiple consoles. So just to give you a quick sort of example, you know, I collect kind of GameCube and PS2 first, Xbox and Dreamcast kind of second. So any games that I have, like, you know, X-Men Legends, you know, I probably have that for the PlayStation 2. I have it for the Xbox. We're probably going to get rid of it for the Xbox. You know what I mean? So we're gonna try and thin down the herd that way. And also, we're going to get rid of some games that I don't play. A lot of you guys know I don't play RPGs. There are some RPGs that I'd like to keep, like Final Fantasy VII, and the PlayStation and Nintendo stuff for sure. But like any Dreamcast stuff, Xbox stuff, that kind of stuff is going to be gone, hopefully. I can trade and get something that I want. Made some notes, because you know how I am with my notes. Yeah, like games I have on extra consoles. And I'm going to get rid of extra consoles that I have. Like I said, with the Sega Genesis. I've got an extra Dreamcast I need to get rid of. These Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Advance SPs down here, they're never going to get used. So I'd rather just sell them, clean out this space, and maybe put something better down there. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so I've got some collecting goals real quick. Continue working on my N64 collection. I'm going for a complete... We're getting close to about 100 games away. We still have a lot of heavy hitters in there, but we also have a lot of common titles. Sports games, Tony Hawk games, that kind of stuff. But there's like 4 games that I want to get this year. And if I only get these 4 games this year, then I guess I'd be fine with that. But it's Mario Party 3, the Goemon Great Adventures, you know, Mystical Ninja, the second one. Banjo-Tooie. And there was another one. Oh, Paper Mario. That's what it was. Paper Mario, Mario Party 3, Great Adventures of Goemon, or Goemon's Great Adventure, and Banjo-Tooie. Those are the 4 games that I'd really like to pick up this year for my N64. And if we find some other games that we need, then perfect. But, you know, I'm not going anywhere, so it's not like I have to have this collection done by the end of the year. I definitely want to finish off my NES collection this year. The NES collection that I'm collecting is the collection I had when I was a kid, and we are exactly 12 games away, with the 2 heavy hitters in there, I guess, are Casino Kid 2 and G.I. Joe Real American Hero. The other games, guys, are literally Dick Tracy, Lunar Pool, you know, Street Fighter 2010, just a bunch of like Cobb and Micro Machines, you know, games that you can kind of get anytime you want at any game store. But I'd really like to complete that this year. Also, my childhood Sega Master System collection. I've got about 6 games left. And again, it's like Great Football, Super Tennis, Fighting Falcon, Aztec Adventure, you know, that kind of stuff. So that shouldn't be too difficult to get. Also, with my NES collection, I'd also like to try and get some games that I need to get complete in box. Games that I have the cartridge and the manual for. This is the big one right now. I'm on eBay trying to find this. But here's my copy of Dragon Warrior. As you can see, I've got all of the paperwork that goes in there, the manual, the Explorer's Guide, the 2 poster maps. All this is missing is the box, the laminate Adventure Traveler's card, basically a laminate that tells you how to level up. And then there was a little piece of paper that was about that big that was 5 tips to get you started on your adventure. If I could get those 3 things this year and complete my copy of Dragon Warrior with all the extra inserts, then I would be very, very happy. But again, a lot of them are like RC Pro-Am, Operation Wolf, Tecmo Bowl, you know, boxes that are probably going to be pretty easy to get. So hopefully we can get some of those. As you guys know, Nintendo is getting really, really crazy to collect for. And I just talked about all the Nintendo stuff that I wanted to get, but we're gonna try and slow down on the Nintendo buying this year if we can help it, because I kind of want to make this more of the year of the PlayStation for me. I've always loved the PlayStation. I really need to get some titles in my collection. So this year I want to beef up my PlayStation 3 collection, which I just got a PlayStation 3 this year. I want to beef up my PSP collection. I really love my PSP. It's so awesome. I can't recommend a PSP enough to anyone that doesn't have one. And then, of course, lastly, at some point during this year, I would really, really like to get a PlayStation 4 for The Last of Us 2 that's coming out. I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard about The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2, but I think that game will literally sell consoles. And, yeah, it's going to be crazy, because I want to buy a console just so I can get that game. So, guys, those are some of my gaming goals for 2017. All right, well, when people usually do these gaming goals of the next year, gaming resolutions, the number one thing that they say is, I want to play more games, right? I want to make time to play more games, and work and kids and life, and I just want to make more time. I don't know if I want to play more games, but I would like to play the games that are on my backlog and sort of make a concerted effort to play those first. So, oftentimes people didn't even tell you what's in their backlog. I'm going to show you what's sitting in my backlog right now. These are just a handful of the games, but games that I feel that I want to play and beat. And if I don't beat, then at least play in 2017. The first one is Uncharted 2, which I actually already beat. But right on the heels of that is Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. Now we're about 50% of the way through this one, so that one will get beaten here in like a week or two. So definitely happy to beat that. The game that I bought last year, I think it was last year, and I started to play it, and then I stopped playing it because gotten other things. Again, life intervenes. But I really am a fan of this series. Castle of Shikigami 3, or Castle Shikigami 3. But this is a bullet hell style shoot 'em up, just like Castle Shikigami or Mobile Light Force that I did a Let's Play on my channel. But yeah, I think my mom got me some Amazon cards last year for Christmas in 2015. So I bought this game, and I definitely want to play it. It looks really awesome. Actually kind of a harder to find game, and I think it's a Wii exclusive. So, all right, like I said, I love my PSP. There's a couple PSP games that I want to beat this year, like Ghostbusters and some stuff like that. But if I only beat one more PSP game this year, I definitely want it to be The Warriors. Which is interesting because this game is valuable pretty much on every system that it's on. I think it's like a $20, $25 game for the PSP. But yeah, it looks really cool. And what was awesome is that the movie was on Netflix like a couple months ago. So I watched the movie and I got all hyped up and wanted to play the game, and then never got around to playing the game. So hopefully this year we can play it. All right, this game I got in a trade package this year. I've already started playing it. Super Castlevania 4 for the Super Nintendo. Pretty awesome. I'm digging it so far. I like the gameplay, stuff like that. The thing is, it's not a surprise because, you watch so many reviews and gameplays and people talk about it. So definitely enjoying playing this, though. Like I said, I got this from the Woodbury and Retro Game Hunter in a trade. Couldn't be more happy. Actually, kind of funny. When you put this game in and you hit the power button, the screen's black for like a second. And then the Konami logo comes up. So I put this game in to play it, and the screen came up black, and I was like, oh, maybe it just needs to be cleaned. So I took it out and cleaned it, put it back in, turned it on. The screen was black. I was like, what's going on? Like, I thought Woodbury sent me a bad game. You know what I mean? But eventually I figured it out that, hey, dummy, you just need to let the system run for a second, and then the Konami logo will come up. So, yeah. About to have a talk with the Woodbury and Retro Game Hunter. All right, got this year for the Dreamcast. Shenmue. Would like to give this a playthrough, or at least start playing it. Some people that I've talked to say it's really, really good. It's one of the greatest games ever. And some people have said that it's kind of a waste of time. Play something else. So we'll give it a chance. I'd like to beat it, but if not, we at least want to start playing it. And the game that I'm going to play right after I finish Uncharted 3 for the PlayStation 3. Heavy Rain. I love a good detective story. And from what I've heard, this game just looks amazing. And it's a really good game. So excited to play that. And again, hopefully we'll beat that. But I just really want to start playing that one. Those are some of the games in my backlog. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything else. I do want to try an RPG this year. I know I said that last year and never did it. But this might be the year where we actually try and play like Final Fantasy VII or one of the games I have for Super Nintendo. So, all right, let's get to our last segment. Okay, so the last sort of point of discussion or topic that we want to talk about is contests and giveaways, how I'm going to do that in the future. I've had some questions in live streams and in the comment sections of videos, you know, when are you going to do another contest? And to answer that, I don't know. I want to do more like impromptu or surprise, I guess, contests instead of subscriber-based contests, you know what I mean? Instead of hitting, you know, a 1,500 subscriber contest and a 2,000, I'd rather just do a couple random ones throughout the year. And there's a couple reasons for that. The first reason is that when I post a 500 subscriber, you know, contest, and those of you that do YouTube and do contests know what I'm talking about. You post a, here's my subscriber contest, the start date is, the end date is, you know, here's the prizes and the stipulations, right? And inevitably you have people that you've never heard from in like 3 or 4 years that just jump on, you know, because they want to win something for free, which is cool. And that's sort of the parameters of when you do like a contest like that, you understand that you're going to sort of get some of those tag along people, you know, in your contest that you either haven't heard from or Johnny come lately subscribers, or this has happened a couple times to me, not on a huge scale or anything, where I've had a contest, people have subscribed, and then after the contest, you know, they unsubscribe. You see my subscriber count go down by like 10 or so. So you know that they're just in it for the contest. And I think it's the 500 subscriber contest announcement that sort of gives it away. The second thing is that I would rather reward the people that comment on the channel commonly. I'm not saying you got to comment every single video, but you guys know who you are, that are always involved in participating in the channel and commenting and liking and throwing out suggestions and that kind of stuff. So I want to make it not easier for you guys to win, but I want to make it more beneficial for the people that, like I said, want to actively participate in the channel and the channel's growth. So I'm also going to slim down. So I guess the third point here is when we do a contest, we're going to slim down on the volume of stuff that we're giving away. I think it cost me like $1,000 to ship Loch Ness Monsters box of Wii games to him. And then, you know, my 1,000 subscriber contest winner was a Jacob Chaplin who got the box and everything like that. But it cost something like $38 or something to send that box of, I mean, it was a massive box to him. And with shipping costs, it would almost be easier just to buy like 2 $25 eBay gift cards and give away, you know, the codes off the back of the gift cards. You know what I mean? It'd be cheaper that way. But I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do for contests in the future. Well, that's going to do it. Those are my gaming and collecting goals for 2017. In the comment section down below, please, please, please leave a comment telling me what your collecting goals are for 2017 or what games that you're most excited about. Anything like that, anything gaming related, I'll probably respond back. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.